Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, right? But before we get into the video, shout out to NBA 2K for sponsoring the video. Of course, we all know without them, this would not be possible. But other than that, let's get right into it. As you can see, you're going to have create your own and NBA template. The NBA templates are going to be the ones that are going to be builds that are already made for you. Whereas create your own, you're able to do exactly what it says, which is create your own, okay? So as you see here, I put my name in. I always like going left-handed because I'm left-handed IRL. And again, number does not even matter, okay? So now let's just get in straight into the builder and let's break down a couple things. So first and foremost, one thing you're gonna realize is that now you can see all the badges on your right that you can get from the S tier, A tier, B tier, and C tier. So just by making the build height, weight, and wingspan, you can see, hey, I qualify to get this build, okay, or badge, I'm sorry. So one thing I would say this is that, you know, the first thing everybody want to do is go to 6'9s, and as you're going to see as we go over to a 6'9 build, the ball handle is just an 80 now, so it's no longer going to be able to give you that 87 ball handle, so that's something to keep in mind. The taller you get, you're definitely going to get hit tremendously on your ball handle and on your speed and acceleration, okay? But for the most part, everything else is pretty much what you will expect from 2K23 going into 2K24. The weight will dictate your speed. It will also dictate your rebounding is dropping, and then of course your steal and perimeter will go up. Wingspan will also boost up your steal. It will lower your strength, but it also will lower your three-point shot and your shooting, but it will move up your finishing, okay? So again, all of this is pretty much the same as we expected from 2K23 going into 2K24. One more thing, we all know about the 7-foot center builds. And again, as you're going to see, you get hit tremendously on shooting. So having tall shooting builds is not something you can necessarily go ahead and max out wingspan. I've been doing a lot of builds now with shorter wingspans at the center position just to be able to shoot. Shooting can be pretty difficult this year if you're not understanding of your jump shot. So again, be very wary of that. If you are somebody that wants to shoot, do not just get caught in trying to have a lower three-point shot or a lower shot in general, because it's going to tremendously hit you on the jump shots that you can choose. And that's very important this year, trying to figure out the jump shot. All right, so those are the two big things that I wanted to point out. As you get taller, you're hitting tremendously on your shooting and on your ball handling. So having those 6'9 type builds that can do it all is not necessarily something you can do this year. In my opinion, 6'3 to 6'6 for guards, you can expect that. For excuse me, for lockdowns, 6'6 to about 6'8. A lot of people are able to use these 6'8 builds with some defense, so I kind of like that aspect of it. But now let's just move forward over to the next side over here. And now as you see here, the good thing about it is, once again, on the right side, you are able to see the badges that you're able to equip off rip. So now you will know if you're able to get those badges. And of course, if you hit triangle, you will be able to see all of them. Again, they're all blacked out because there's nothing I can utilize. But if I go ahead and max out my 3-ball, you see badges starting to pop up. And as you can see, I look down the bottom right, it says, hey, if you want to get Hall of Fame, you need a 97 3-pointer, okay? So by saying a 97 3-pointer, all right, well, I don't have that. Last year, if you was to change anything, you would reset all your attributes. But this year, just drop your wingspan down and boom, right there at 6'5", you see my 3-point shot is now 97. I go back and now I can go up to 97. And as you can see in the bottom right, it now turns green. So now you can be able to utilize that and look at this to be able to tell. Same thing here, right? You see that. So it's really what you're trying to get, all right? So I like to go in between. By pressing triangle, it goes in between these two slides. So you figure out which one is the best one that you want, okay? Then another thing here, same thing. We go up the ball handle. Ball handles are very hard to get this year. So you got to understand that it's not only going to be your ball handle. So let's just go up here to blow-bys. It says I need a 67 ball handle and a 62 speed with ball and 61 acceleration just to get bronze, okay? So I don't have acceleration, but watch this. When I go to 61, guess what? Boom, you see that pops up. Now the next one says 73, so I go 73. Boom, you see it pops up. Now it says I need to go 83, so I go 83. It's not going to pop up, right? Because now I need to go up and it says I need an 83 speed with ball. Now my blow-bys will go to an 83 and you see it turns to gold. So just pay attention. Understand what builds that you want to get. I'm sorry, what badges you want to get. and then you can literally try to attack those. Same thing here for speed booster. It says I need an 86, so I go 86, and then now it says I need either an 87 or 86 speed. So let's just go 87, and then now you see my speed booster pops up, okay? So in this type of build right here, this is obviously would be what I would like to consider a Kyrie Irving, a really high ball handling type build. 97. So let's just see, if I wanted to go get this speed booster in Hall of Fame, I would need to have a 92 speed or 93 acceleration, right? So if I come up here, you see now I only get a 90. So same exact thing. We'll back up, we'll lower our weight until we can get a 93 acceleration. We have a 93 acceleration now. Then I'll come back, and now I can push up to a 93. And as you can see, it says now I need to have a 95, and now it says and I need 91 speed. So now you see I do not even have the ability to get that 91 speed. So now I know, I was like, well, do I want to go that high, right? So maybe I can drop my ball handle to a 95 because I can still get speed booster. Now let's see if I'm able to get that 91, right? And I'm still not able to. So now again, I have to go ahead and play, and I still have my stamina, and I still have my vert and other things I need to get. I'm just kind of giving you an understanding of what you will have to do to be able to get that, okay? So in this instance, let's just see if I drop this down, and then what I get 91. There we go. So now we have 91, and it says, and you see he needs a 95 ball handle. I got that, and a 91 speed, and either a 92 speed or acceleration. So what is it saying that I need now? So what I want to do is, it says I do not have my 95 ball handle, but I do have my 95 ball handle, right? So let's just see what's going to activate it. It says 86 speed with ball, because it says I need a 91 speed with ball. So as you can tell, I'm going through this with you, and now I know, I'm like, yo, I don't know if I even want to get speed booster that high. Like, so this is what's real beautiful about this builder, okay? So that just gives you an understanding about how that works. And then now let's just look at the templates. Let's back out. The templates are really cool because they will give you the actual build off ripping. So if you want to have a LaMelo Ball type build, you will have that. If you want a Jalen Brunson, you'll be able to get Jalen Brunson. You got Cade Cunningham, and all of them have their pros and cons. But the beautiful thing about it is that you're going to see here. Let me just go ahead and get, you got Russell Westbrook, Trae Young. Let's do Trae Young. Let's customize Trae Young. So now, the beautiful thing about it is that you can literally if you just use this build the way it is without touching it, you get all Trae Young SIGs off rip, which is very, very, very important. But if you make any changes, you won't get those SIGs. So you have to ask yourself, do I like the way this is presented to me right now? If I'm comfortable with that, I'll take it. Now, if you're just like, hey, I just need a starting point, somewhere where I can just go ahead, get a template type build like this, but then I want to edit it, and then that's what you can do. You can edit everything here, the height, weight, and all that, and then of course you can edit anything here. Now again, if you don't edit anything, look what pops up. You actually will get Trae Young. It'll pop up as a Trae Young, like you get the, almost like how it was a replica build last year. It's not a replica though, but you'll get that same type of effect, and then boom, you'll have it right here where it says Trae Young, and you see the Trae Young picture. It's just by himself, a shot creating 3-level threat, right? But now let's go back to edit. Let's say you edited it, okay? Let's say you edit something. So let's say like, oh, well, I don't need this still. Like, I don't need to have all that. I don't want to have this block either. I don't want to have this offensive rebound. I don't want this defensive rebound, right? You just change all this stuff, okay? And then let's say, for instance, you're sitting here and I don't know, let's say I want to have more acceleration. So I just go ahead and get my acceleration to 91. And then I get my speed up to an 88. And then I just get my pass accuracy up a little bit more, finish out with my free throws. All right, I'm just giving like an understanding. So now I made some changes, right, to this template. Now look what happens. You see, it's no longer that effect, right? You don't just get Trae Young, you get shades of 3 other players. And, you know, obviously things are a little bit different, but you should be able to get the same exact name. It's just that, again, you just don't get all those SIGs off rip, okay? So anyway, this is basically the builder this year. Let me know in the comment section exactly how you feel about it.